Yeah, hello. Good morning, guys. Good evening, guys. Good day, guys. I don't know the time zones you guys are, but firstly, the main focus is monthly analysis. First, congratulations to this new month. This month promises to be a wonderful month, and as you can see on the chart, we're looking at the dollar index. Now, dollar index is always the first indicator we always analyze ahead of the month. Now, we've noticed that ever since dollar has been pumping from $89 to as on as high as 108, 109.152. And as you can see, one thing about the market is once the market has gotten to a particular peak, it will do what it will correct. And that is what I'm expecting for the dollar this new month we are entering. I'm expecting the dollar to correct. Now, likely areas the dollar might correct up to is what we're going to analyze, which is firstly the guide to our trading decisions. So now, as you can see, the dollar topped out at this high. And what are we expecting? We're expecting a pullback down. You can see what happened here. Dollar topped out at this height. The same thing happens here. And once dollar tops out at those heights, we're expecting a retracement to the downside towards firstly 101 zone. This is the first support I'm expecting the dollar to test. Now let's to be on a safe zone, let's say 102. And the next support I'm expecting the dollar to test if it breaks that level is where 94 area. And this is what is happening. And over the months at which we are, we're expecting a decline in the dollar, which means that the month of August, we're expecting dollar to decline. Month of September, we're expecting dollar to do what? Decline. Except it breaks this previous high and decide to do a higher high in this case. But what we are seeing here, you can see the strong rejection of the sellers here. This week that formed shows that the sellers are willing to dump this market. So, and what does that mean? It means that the new month we're entering, all things being equal, we're expecting dollar index to come down. And at the same time, once dollar index come down, it's expected that other crypto assets should go up. That's the first thing you have to put into consideration. And as you can see, every other asset is on the support. Any asset trading against the dollar is on, they're all on the support. And for what we are seeing, you can see what's happening here. So if you have to connect all this together, it's like we're expecting a continuation to the upside. So we expect Bitcoin to go as high as 30,000. That is what we are expecting the course of months to come. So month of August will be most likely be a bullish month for altcoins. But as you can see, the dollar index determines everything. We are not saying that the market won't come down in the sense that once the market retraces, is an opportunity to buy. But what we're looking at is we're looking at the 1 month chart, which is like every candle from every 1 month. Yeah, likewise, Ethereum. Look at Ethereum now. Ethereum is also there. Look at this support here. And I have look at the new candle form. If you're expecting a push to the upside and a lot of activities around Ethereum. We're expecting the Ethereum March to come into play. So now you can see how easy it is to analyze this market. So if I'm smart, I'll be setting my buy zones because I know that dollar index can come down. Likewise for stock. Stock is also the market has not opened, but you can see that you can see a push of a continuation to the upside. You can see the way the price pull back on those moving averages, which are acting as what support zones. You can see what has happened here. So if you are smart about this is the best time to start buying, accumulating most of these assets. As you can see, this is a continuation pattern already. So we're expecting what our S&P index to shoot up in the course of the months to come. So if you are smart, S&P index is a representation of 500 companies. Now, if you check the okay, let's just check together S&P index, S&P 500. You see, once it comes up, you see S&P 500. What does it do? Standard and Poor. See, is a stock market index tracking the stock performance of 500 large companies listed on the exchange in the US. Is one of the most commonly followed equity what indices. So now, as you can see, it represents that, but we need to look at the list of assets under S&P. So what we are interested in is the list of companies. So this will not serve as a guide. You now understand the logic of what I'm talking about. Okay. So as you can see now that we are aware that the dollar index is going to come down, and once it's coming down, we're expecting other assets to go up because dollar is always a determinant indicator for any market globally. So there has been lots of weaknesses in the dollar. So now you can see component of S&P. Number one is Apple, number two is Microsoft, three is Amazon, Tesla is number four. As you can see, if you click down, there are still other ones, but I want the list. Is the list I want. There's a chart that indicates the list. You see, stocks in S&P 500 index. Now, I'm sure you will have heard about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is more or less like S&P also. That one also have lots of companies, but in this case, they are not up to 500. I think they're around 100. So now, what's the game plan now? So it means that whatever thing that happens to S&P happens to all these markets. So if S&P is down, all this market is down. You can see Apple. So if you're interested in doing the just search for the list of companies and you start looking for companies that has prospects. There are different sectors. There's some companies that what they are into media, some are doing oil and gas, health sector. You can see JP Morgan, a lot of companies. So we're expecting a bullish movement for what is happening in the market because already our dollar index is down. And as you can see, S&P is on a good support. So I'm looking at buying any of all those assets. I can decide to go and buy Amazon. I can decide to buy, and regardless of the country you are, or the trade stock, you can just check Amazon. As you can see, Amazon stock is, let me add it up. It's Amazon Nasdaq. Let's look for which other one. I always prefer to trade in MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is one of the best stock. I love trading. Which one should we look out for? Meta, which is Facebook. I think it's listed there. Well, let me just relist it. So as you can see, so what I'm expecting is I want to buy Amazon because Amazon is also on a good support for me to buy. And the target for Amazon is I'll be selling Amazon around maybe $180. So, and there's Meta, there's Shopify, Meta, okay. Let me look at Shopify. Now, most of these companies have declared their earnings, so it already the market was bullish. So I'm looking at buying Shopify. Shopify has been one of my targets going to because I realize there's a good support zone here. A good support zone here. So the plan for Shopify is to buy at every support zone. Because my projection is to sell Shopify around this high. On-time high is around 146. And as you can see, the market has not opened. US market opens around 2:30 Nigerian time. So those are what we look out for. So now, as I was saying, back to our dollar index. We said dollar index is what for the month is down. We're expecting this to happen in the course of the weeks to come. So now let us dip down to the weekly time frame, which is a candle forms every week. As you can see, this weekly time frame, this candle is what we're expecting the candle to come down to at 103. And what does that mean for Bitcoin? It's always a good buy for Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to climb. You can see what I'm talking about. Now, if you trade the forex market itself, dollar index is down. We expect euros should do what to start getting momentum to go up. That is what we are looking at for in the course of the week. So if you are smart, swing traders will be getting ready to buy the euro. And likewise, if you look at the USD card, USD cash should also be going down. You understand? So you can see the continuation to the downside here. So you can see the way I'm able to use the dollar index as an indicator to do what, to forecast and decide to my trading decision. So now dollar index is expected to come down, while other market is expected to go up, as you can see. So guys, at the back of your mind, expect dollar index to push down to around $100 kind of. So we're expecting this altcoins are seeing as altcoins is dropping is an opportunity to start buying. Don't just buy, plan your trade. You can see what's happening here. Always plan your trade. So if you are smart, that should be your focus this month. Every dip of August you buy, because month of September is going to be a bullish month from what I'm saying. And because our dollar index is going to come down. You get what I'm saying? So the game plan for this month is every dip. So how do I buy the dip? For example, I look at Ethereum. If I'm buying Ethereum, already is on the support. This is a first support already, which is a climb higher. So if I'm buying this current price, it's not bad. But everything, or what I'm saying, telling you guys is always do your dollar cost averaging. It gives you the edge. If your focus is to buy Ethereum, and as you can see, that's how low it can dip to. But our focus is realistic goal. I would like to say realistic goal. This is what the weekly chart. So going to daily time frame, you can see, yes, this is what we are talking about. So a push above this should take Ethereum to this level here. That should be our first target here. Should be level here. If that bullishness come into reality, the next target is around 3006 zone here. So, but firstly, we have to look at our analysis first before we start diving into likely zones to get to. So if we pick our trend analysis for me, click on the tops here. You can see how realistic we can set our goals. So Ethereum could still push to this, but if Ethereum is going to head to the downside, my first entry, regardless of how it is, it should be around this zone here. See what I'm saying? And my second entry to the downside should be around this previous low it has done, which is around this zone here. So it's all about winning. So first target of this price is around this zone, 2,400. Second target, if I'll be buying, the first buy order should be around 1,261. That's if it's going to dip to that area. But for what we are seeing, I'm expecting the index to come down. I'm expecting Ethereum itself to do what, to climb up. So looking at this, these are buy zones that you can see now. These moving averages are what are close to these zones here. She understand. But for me, rather trading Ethereum, rather look for order for my scanner. My focus is actually on Ripple, DOT, and SC. Let me bring it out. This SRM is also not bad. I'm expecting a push to this upside. For close, like if I were to buy this from this downward trend, a break above this should take us a good height. Maybe around here for like, and that can happen in August or September. Because by the time we start connecting our height together, and the good thing about all this is just buy and hold all these coins, and the bull market is coming. So this is our target for SRM. SRM should be able to get to $2. So for me, I should be able to do 100% most likely in September. And this is also another one I did, STPT. I'm expecting the breakout to happen here. Sorry. I'm expecting a breakout to happen here to push this to the upside. So something like this will still happen here. And as it is now here, you can see we are printing what a lower high, higher high, higher high here. Look at this low high. We are ascending here. Higher highs are happening here. So I'm expecting a breakout to happen here soon. If a breakout happens there, the first target should be here. From the breakout zone to take us down to here, should be able to give us like good 56% profit. But it's not going to happen all of a sudden. It's going to break here. Now, I have to also consider the downside of this. So if it's going to go down in this month, I'm looking at more accumulation zones to buy. I'm looking at buying at this zone here and buying at this zone here. So imagine that you've bought there, you're able to buy more here. So it means that from here, and once you're able to buy at those low points, it also gives you more opportunity. So it means that from here, if I manage to get here, these are another 86%. Let's say market dip further. The worst case scenario is to buy. You can see the way I'm planning my trade now. Everything is just all about winning. So you have to be time conscious in terms of your entry. And I said every support matters a lot. Every support is always a winning. So in as much as we did this channel, you can decide to trade this very stock, this very asset, because it has potential of shooting up and doing 50% averagely. Now let's look at Solana now. Solana is also a good coin that has prospect. As you can see, Solana is also getting ready to do what? To fire up. It's also on a nice support trend here. So a push to the upside should take Solana to around this level here. The 70 can also do 100, close to 100%. You can see there are lots of coins. Ava is also good. Ava is down. We're expecting Ava to retrace, but my main focus are just on dots, Polkadot. Polkadot is also a good buy zone already. Yes, so a push to this should take us around 11. Still, you can see what's happening here in the chart. 30%. If it dips down further to this zone here at $6, it's a good buy. A lot of good entry at these zones here. Lots. So market goes up, what I've bought end up profit. Market goes down, I still buy more. But the main focus of DOT on the long run, as market is dipping down, the main focus is this market will still get to this high. Our target is to do this percentage overall. This is our focus, 600% before 2024. That is where Bitcoin will come into play. So guys, this is the shopping era that we are in. So guys, every of any opportunity you are seeing, just buy and buy. You can see the way I'm setting out my trade plan and buy most of those things. So in the course of the week, we should be looking out for market to dip to buy, and at the same time, we said our dollar index will do what? Will come down. So while it's coming down, every other asset trading against it should do what? Should rise up. So I believe we have done justice to this. So do have a wonderful week. Thank you very much. And in the course of the week, I'll structure a particular time where I can be dropping reports for us to trade alongside.